What's going on, guys? It's your boys back here again with our fourth edition of Shed Talk in Season 2. We're your boys. I'm Nate.
And I'm Tony. What's going on, guys?
He's somewhere on the screen if you're watching on YouTube.
Yeah, right. And this is a little bit of a different environment for us. So I'm kind of stuck in my room. There was a chance that, at my job, somebody may have been exposed to coronavirus. So I've been quarantined in my room for the last few days. So we wanted to get this done. It was the day we were going to film this episode. I found this out. So I said, Nate, probably smarter we just do this and figure it out. So we want to make sure we're still bringing you guys excellent content. We have a great topic to talk about today because I know I am. I'm very excited. If you're watching this video, you can see me in my 2006 Tostitos Fiesta Bowl Brady Quinn Notre Dame shirt and my Eagles sign in the back. Because football is back, kids. I'm excited. I'm pumped.
And if you guys are wondering how we are doing this right now, we are using Zoom. Technology, man. Technology in 2020, man. High tech.
It's been a beautiful thing.
Recording everything on Zoom, getting the audio, all that good stuff, because we want to bring you high quality content. Boom. Here we are. But let's cut the bullshit. As Anthony said, here we are. Football season 2020, man. A little different. Looks a little different. Feels a little different.
Everything does.
Like you said, I'm excited to have it back. I'm excited for it to be back because everybody loves football, man. It's very rare to meet somebody that's like, I don't like football.
Right. It's one of those things that like it's literally taken up a day of the year. At least the NFL has. They said it in the movie Concussion. I'll never forget that as a quote, that it's pretty much a holiday every Sunday during football season. It's real. I mean, even if, like you said, even if you're not a fan, you're enjoying football because on Sundays, what else are you doing? You're probably eating wings, eating pizza, enjoying some buffalo chicken dip, watching football, watching your team hopefully win. So,
and honestly, I mean, once football season is full effect, I mean, we get it 5 days a week. We get started off Thursday night football. That's like one thing everybody's doing is they're either staying up to watch the game for they got going to work the next day. Shoot, remember back like when we were in school, you go to a pregame or something, you're pregaming watching Thursday night football, before you go out.
Every Thursday.
Then Friday night comes high school football. Who doesn't love high school football, man? That's the best football around. I don't care.
Hey, I can't disagree, and I will say, one of the biggest things, I know you know this from being a part of high school football in Harrisburg, it's a big thing in our area. I mean, people are competing. This is one of the best states to play high school football in, if I had to say across the country. There's a lot of talent.
That's a statistical fact. PA football is ranked like top 5 like in the entire country, and that's like undisputed.
And they just produce nothing but talent. And what's crazy is, obviously we've touched on our cities. We're smack dab in the middle of 2 big major cities being Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. People forget a lot of talent does come from central Pennsylvania. A lot of big boys are coming out and playing football. I mean, look at where we came from. We went to Bishop McDevitt. And Bishop McDevitt is known for their football program. We went 4 years.
Noah Spence from there. We got Chase from our area. I mean, we got Tyler Boyd from PA. I remember watching him play the Big 33 game. Score a touchdown.
Marquise Colston.
That's what I know. Is that like it's so much talent from that you can be found anywhere for football, and it's just something that, like we said in the beginning, brings everybody together. Something everybody can kind of just rally around. Whether you got a favorite player, you got a favorite uniform, a favorite team, whatever. It's always a little bit of something for everybody. And one of the things that's obviously going to look a little different this year is fans. Like, it's going to be limited capacity fans. Shoot, some stadiums might not even have fans, depending on their situation, which is kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah, when the Philadelphia Eagles announced that they weren't going to have any fans and no tailgating, it kind of broke my heart. I enjoy a good tailgate. I've gone out to many Eagles games in my life, and phenomenal atmosphere to be a part of. Now, Philly fans are assholes. As a Philadelphia Eagles fan, every Eagles fan is an asshole. And guess what? That's just reality. You go into a stadium and, these guys are booing everybody. They used to throw things at Santa Claus, bro. Like, these guys, they're wild. We're going to miss that little bit of aspect.
One time, me and my cousin and my dad, we were going to a preseason game. My cousin had on T.O. Dallas jersey, and he had it on the whole ride from Harrisburg up until maybe about 15 minutes away from the stadium. My dad looks over. He's sitting there. He throws on a little Eagles jersey. He's like, "Yo, what are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, man, I ain't trying to fight nobody. Yo, I'm good off that. I'm gonna be smart."
Man,
You know,
yeah, you can't start any riots in Philadelphia. That is that's just how the fans are.
Even tailgating though, I'm not even gonna hold. This is a quick confession from me. Honestly, tailgate, I've never really been a big fan of it. Probably because I never experienced it too much from.
I was gonna say you've
but,
been a football player.
The few I've been to, I don't know. It's probably because I watch football differently. Like when I go to games, I know a lot of people they like to go get fucked up with their friends and be lucky if they can remember the game. I don't know. Every time I go, like I like sitting up in the higher seats. I like watching. Like I'll be cooling, honestly. But
yeah, it's a completely different way of watching football. I mean, you've played the sport your entire life, and it's something that you have always had a passion for. Whereas I've never played the sport, and I enjoy the sport. I watch it from the fan perspective, and I am exactly what you described. I love getting drunk and watching football. It's just a fun thing to do. I mean, you see some really, really wild things at football games.
You do.
I mean,
you do.
The fans, you're not going to see these things anymore. I've seen so many experiences when I was out at football games, being in the stands, crowded crowds. I was actually at Heinz Field a few years ago for Notre Dame Pitt, and dude, an old man was drunk above us, just literally a row above us, and fell on my grandmother while we're watching Notre Dame and Pitt. I was like,
no, that's how
and then like 5 minutes later, some other knucklehead's coming up, and he's wearing a Pitt jersey. The other guy's wearing a Notre Dame jersey, and the Pitt guy looks at him funny. One thing Notre Dame fan does is literally just throws his hand, and they're just throwing haymakers, like 70-year-old men in the stands. Unbelievable moment. Like, imagine seeing that playing football. You're watching it from down there. They're watching you.
Imagine being a player sitting on the bench and you look over and you see that commotion. There has been times when we've seen that. It's like, yo, oh shit.
Like they're fighting over us.
Back in the game, yeah. I mean, it do be like that. But I mean, with the fans though, like you said, the fans, like that's just that's like one of the best things about the entire football atmosphere. Are those people like that are in the stands cheering, like and even like myself, like going to different games, like whether we didn't have a game or now that I'm done playing, going to whether it's high school, college games, professional games, you can just feel that like energy that the crowd just puts out there, and it's so contagious. Like you're sitting there, especially example, it's 3rd-and-1, and you're sitting there watching your favorite team, and you're like, oh shit, they need to stop, and everybody defense. And it's like so you can just feel the whole stadium rumble. Like especially you watch college football games, or if it's like Ohio State, Penn State, and Penn State's playing out, you're literally going to see your screen shake just from how much energy the fans can bring, and it's just going to be so different this year with the fact that that's going to be cut down to like 15 to like maybe like 20%. Max capacity.
I'll fact check you there. Some places are doing 22%. For some precise reason, that's the number. That's at least at Arrowhead Stadium over in Kansas City. So that's one of those places that's actually doing it. But yeah, no, I can only imagine. Could you imagine playing football in 2020? You've seen football in many different ways, high school and college being your big two. What would it be like to play now? Like, I couldn't fathom. I love having fans when I'm playing a sport.
Honestly, it would be different. Like I said, when you're feeding up the crowd, like that example I just gave, when you got fans cheering, especially I play defense. So if it's 3rd down and we need to stop, and you hear like the crowd defense, like that gets you hype. You sit there. There have been plenty of times I've been in close games, and I look over, I see my teammates, they hear the crowd going, everybody's throwing their hands up, getting the crowd even more hype. So they ain't trying to throw the offense off. And it's like, now like a part of that's taken away.
Yeah.
So now what's going to be so different about it is like, you're going to have the players themselves, in my opinion, are going to have to put a lot of onus on themselves to bring that juice, bring that energy to be able to keep each other hyped up, especially if you're playing an away game. Because now, like, you'll probably be looking over and you're, oh shit, like we don't got nobody for us. Or depending on how they do seating, it might be only the home team's fans there on both sides, and you're like, man, yo, we ain't got nobody cheering for us except for us.
You know what's crazy on that note too? You know, it just depends on the scenario. I saw a tweet the other day where, and I don't know if you saw this, but the Army, they were playing the other night. And because all of the reserves and the people that are on the base have all been quarantined together, they had a full stadium at football. Not completely full, but
Yeah,
I mean,
but
you won't
close
see
enough.
a crowd like that,
Yeah.
like anywhere else. Like that, I saw that and I was like, man, that makes me so excited that we might be getting back to somewhat of normalcy and that kind of stuff. But at the same time, hey, we got to do what we got to do. Like I said, I am just excited. Football is back, and that's all
Yeah,
I
for
care
sure.
about.
Yeah, because
So,
like I said, like when the players got to bring that energy themselves on the team. Like the first time, I mean, there's been like like pee wee football games, midget football games, like JV, high school, whatever. Where it barely be fans.
right.
There have been like some games where it's been pour down rain, and it's probably not going to be a close game or something, and there's only a couple fans, but you still feel that energy coming from the fans, and it just makes such a difference. But I remember, like the first time I experienced a game was my sophomore year of high school. We were playing in Pittsburgh, a school called Gateway, and we
I
were the
remember
away
that.
team. And on our away side, there were no bleachers, there were no stands, no nothing. It was literally went the benches, track, and then the fence. No fans at all. So it's like when we're playing there at Gateway, and they're like 2.5 hours away from us. So just to give you like an example, what it's kind of like with no fans, when we're sitting there and all you hear is defense, when they got the ball, or you hear their crowd cheering only when they make big plays, and the only people you got to cheer for you are maybe one or two fans, and honestly only yourselves. It's like, oh shit, like this is different. Like
I can
basically,
only imagine
like players,
that.
like everybody's almost essentially gonna have to take it to another level, because you're gonna have to bring something out of everybody to kind of elevate the game more, now that everything's just the vibrance is gonna be so different.
Yeah, I mean, what's going to be crazier too is even outside of, there's going to be ways of people getting together and watching football, but it's going to be the same for the fans in a sense. I think it's going to be a lot different for the actual players. Fans were able to adapt. And like you said earlier in this episode, the beauty of technology and being able to kind of figure out, hey, maybe we can have smaller crowds and get together. I think personally why I liked tailgating was it was with the crowd that I was with. It wasn't even the fact that there were hundreds and hundreds of people all over the place. Was that exciting? Yes, that was great. I mean, many Eagles fans, all you guys start is throw an E out and everybody's finishing out the whole EAGLES. That's
Exactly.
what happens at tailgates.
Yeah, it's just kind of like the whole aesthetic of like everything. Like when you come into a tailgate, you look around, like you said, if you're at an Eagles game, you're rocking an Eagles jersey. Or I'm at a Steelers game rocking a Steelers jersey. You look around, you see everybody with those jerseys on. It's like, oh shit,
everybody's
like
your friend.
Yeah,
everybody is your friend.
You're out there getting,
that is the greatest.
Free plates, free food. You're talking football with people. It's funny to boo somebody wearing the other team's jersey, like boo, boo, and they getting so mad, but that just makes the game so fun.
It makes
fun.
Football,
Even being a player, even being a player, like when you're on the field, you come in and you see stuff like that, like that just kind of makes you feel good inside. And it's also kind of funny too when you look over, you see like the fans boo another boo. You're like, oh shit, man, the fans are here to bring some juice.
With you. Right, they're in it with you. So I mean, that's gonna change so much, like you said, of the dynamic of football, because there's so many even in the NFL. There are many teams, like, for example, the Seattle Seahawks got the 12th man. That 12th man doesn't exist. And for those that don't know, the 12th man in definition is literally what the crowd is called in Seattle. And Seattle is one of the loudest stadiums in the country, maybe even in the world, by the way they set up the dynamic.
I'm pretty sure they broke a world record for like the decibel.
Like that is insanity. And the fact that we don't have that anymore, it's going to be a little different, but again, nothing but excitement that I'm even able to watch the Notre Dame Fighting Irish play Duke today. They're currently playing at this moment, and I have them on another screen, just checking in here and there. But again, I get to watch the Eagles on Sundays too, and you get to watch Pittsburgh on Sundays.
Yeah, and I honestly, I think that would be I think above all else, it's really going to be exciting dynamic for it to see some of these people how they play in like a limited capacity crowd. Because you think about it, there are a good amount of guys in the NFL that were primetime players in college that were going to big Division I schools that are getting 60,000, 75,000 plus people, sometimes even 100,000 plus people every week, and that's just different. It's a different environment. Not a lot of them are used to maybe playing with a smaller crowd or a smaller capacity, or maybe with like a little less noise. So it's just gonna be interesting just to see how everybody reacts if they're going to be able to kind of like feed off each other, like I said before, and really bring the juice, or if it might affect them. If it's just gonna be so weird, where it's, ooh man, like I ain't got, because a lot of people do feed off that momentum.
That's how I played in sports too. Now, obviously, I didn't play football, but momentum was always like if you heard your number being called off on the sideline, like great play 3 or great play 26, like people would be going. I mean, that's just a motivation to you. So I can like, what's up, guys? Tony here from Shed Talk to give a big shout out to our sponsor, Jokes on Us. As you can see, I'm rocking a little bit of his gear here. Jokes on Us is a clothing brand of the Jokes LLC creative company. Their mission is to inspire and instill confidence in those who have been laughed at, misunderstood, and overlooked by the hands of normality through design, art, and fashion. And here you can find their website. Jokes on Us gear ranges from ready-to-wear basics to upcycled and reconstructed clothing, created in the city of Philadelphia. The goal is to inspire people to feel cool enough and to spread positivity and speak on important issues, because the joke is always on you. So check out their website at jokesontheworld.com. Their link is in the description below, and make sure to use our exclusive discount code at checkout for all Shed Talk listeners. Jokes on Shed Talk for all 10% off select items. We like you, we love you, and we'll see you next time in the shed. The NFL is going to see some wild things. I mean, we've seen so much in the offseason already outside of this coronavirus pandemic that the NFL has obviously changed. And there's a lot of things that are going on. I mean, we've seen change in people's perspective on things that have happened in recent years. People opting out this season. That's another big thing going on. People aren't even going to play. And again, that's their choice. That you can do as you please. I'm not going to tell you have to play football. Personally, I'm upset Marquise Goodwin's sitting for the Birds because they didn't even get to play yet. He's never played a snap in the Eagles, but hey, he's got to take care of his family. That's fine. That's cool. But
so let me ask you this. So on the topic of the NFL, like what are you really looking forward to this season? Like kind of tell us, what player are you looking forward to kind of maybe excite you this season? What teams you're looking forward to? Super Bowl prediction. Let's hear something.
So what I'm particularly excited for, I mean, that's a long question, so I'll kind of give you my big points that I'm really excited for this season. Number 1, Philadelphia coming back again. Let's see if we can pull another one of those off and be a Super Bowl champion. I highly doubt it this season, but I'm an optimistic fan. I'm going to hope to see that Carson Wentz, he's won over the locker room for me. He's won over the locker room for his team. Getting Jalen Hurts does not help his case. I think that the GM made a move as we need some kind of safety net. And
when was the last time he finished the season?
He's never finished the season.
Exactly. So that's a great pickup.
I will say he finished a regular season, his first regular season. That was exciting. And he got clobbered in that game against the Seahawks. That was just an unfortunate concussion. He's going to be back. Like the fact that he threw 4,000 yards and not one of his receivers had 5,000 or 500 receiving yards. Impressive stat, Carson Wentz. I'm very excited to see you play. But my favorite player that I'm actually trying to see, we both know him very well, Cardinals running back Chase Edmonds. Not going to toot my boy's horn. I grew up with Chase, played basketball with Chase, but what I'm really excited for is we've seen him very much grow and develop in the NFL. Mm-hmm. Being that he is a Division I AA athlete from Fordham University, somebody that wasn't given a lot of chances, got drafted in the 4th round. This would have been now 2017. He got drafted, I think, 20. Yeah. And it would have been, he's year 3 in the league. He's the second string running back behind Kenyon Drake. As exciting as that is for him, he's going to get his, Imagine Kenyon
word on the
Drake
block.
imagine getting your chance. There is an actual rumor that they're giving him more snaps because he had the games he played last season, he was scoring. He had 3 touchdowns against the Giants at MetLife. That was
I got,
impressive.
I got a couple
Young
of sources
kid,
close to the
like
situation. I heard he might start. Yeah.
that's what I'm
Shout out
saying. Like
Chase.
that's my excitement is I get to see somebody that I grew up with playing in the NFL. Now I've had family friends that have played in the NFL years ago, like Jordan Hill
Mm-hmm.
and many others, but seeing somebody I actually like was acquainted with through school get his chance, I'm very happy for him, and I'm very impressed. Like Chase, continue to do your thing. This is my 3rd year drafting you on fantasy, so do me some justice, get us some points, do well for the city. You know what I mean? That's what I'm excited for. But
I feel that.
how about you? I mean, what player, what excites you about Pittsburgh football? What excites you about what you're going to see this year?
Big Ben, baby. Big Ben's back.
Him hurting
honestly,
golf.
no. On some real serious shit. I really do believe the Steelers are a Super Bowl contending team this year. Here's why. Big Ben's coming off a year, even though he got hurt the year before he threw for 5,000 yards. People forget that. He lost a couple of pounds. He's back now. Offense, a lot of young receivers, exactly what they want. Minka Fitzpatrick has saved the defense damn near, and basically everybody's coming back on defense. Offense has Big Ben back at the helm. It's looking good. I'm excited for the Steelers. If the Steelers don't make it to the playoffs, I'll be very distraught this season again for the 3rd year in a row. But nonetheless, I don't believe that. I believe it will go amazing. And then probably player-wise, I don't know. Probably player-wise, probably the top 2 I want to see who's going to have a good season is I'm going to go with Henry Ruggs. I'm going to go with Lamar Jackson. Just to see what Lamar does after the MVP season. Just because he's so damn explosive and fun to
That's a fun player to watch. Yeah.
Yeah,
fun
yo,
player.
like regardless of like what any critic has been saying, like people would just be saying dumb shit about me. It's like he's a truly like exciting player to watch. Like just especially what he does for a quarterback is just so different. And then Henry Ruggs, my dude's the fastest dude in the draft class. Vegas, Raiders now, new team, new brand. Maybe he'll be one of the future receivers leading them in. So, but it would just be crazy to see his speed going up against like people on Sunday who are just as fast as him, with like maybe only a couple people being faster. So it would be definitely dope to see that. But honestly, I just want a good season. That's all I really care about when it comes to football season. It's just as long as the Steelers do decent, make playoffs, and make some noise, and as long as there's just good games, like that's all I really be wanting in a football season. And that's just
Can't agree more. I can't agree more. And I think you make a good point with Pittsburgh. They have a very young, talented receiving core that could probably surprise some people this year. Defense is solid. Big Ben just needs to come in and learn his new offense, because I had him as a fantasy QB that 5,000 passing yard year, and then I redrafted him last year, and obviously 3 plays in, he screwed my entire season. So, yeah, that was really exciting.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Also looking forward to another fantasy football year. Gotta love fantasy football. It's the greatest thing. I don't know why a team is so much fun. It's way more fun than what it has any right to be, but damn it, is it fun. I'm looking forward to it. Another good season of it. I'm just glad we have it, actually, because, again, like, literally a couple of months ago, it was looking like we probably weren't going to have no football, no basketball, none of that shit. It was just about to be, like, we were going to have to be watching, like, 05 sports and, like, ESPN the Ocho shit for the rest of the year. But
I was convinced that we weren't going to have any sports going on this year with the pandemic. And you know what? Again, football is back, and I can't be more excited about it. That is the biggest thing about the fall. There's nothing more I enjoy than a good football game. So I will say, with the playoffs coming up, well, not the playoffs coming up, with a Super Bowl prediction like you're asking about, again, I'm going to be realistic. Obviously, I'm a bias to my Birds. I think they have a good opportunity to take over the NFC East. They got Dallas to deal with, so who knows? But if I had an honest prediction at a Super Bowl winner, I Kansas City didn't lose a whole hell of a lot on that offense. They still have a pretty solid defense after making a couple cuts. The Kansas City Chiefs, they would not surprise me if they went back-to-back. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league at the moment. He's not the best of all time. He's got a long career to go. I hate when people say he's the best quarterback. That's not true. He is the best active quarterback by far, but you still have Tom Brady playing football and has touched the football. You have Aaron Rodgers in the league. You got Big Ben, who's made a lot of noise in his career. I can't even deny he's probably one of the better quarterbacks we've seen in our generation.
Statistically, top 5 quarterback.
I can't deny that. As much as I'm not a fan of Pittsburgh, I can't deny the fact that Big Ben has put up numbers in his career.
He's an all-time great. Yeah,
he is an all-time great. He will be a Hall of Famer.
And to go off that, I will give you a realistic Super Bowl prediction. Here we are. Boom. Come February, come time for the game. Steelers, Bucks. That's my prediction. Realistically, Steelers defense.
Realistically,
as long as you gotta think about it. Steelers had a top 5 defense last year, and if Big Ben was literally played for like 3 more games, they make it to the playoffs, and they probably have a good run with the way their defense was playing, and the fact that they didn't have a quarterback last year, so now they have a first ballot Hall of Famer back now, coming off an injury, looking for revenge with receivers that were young last year that got another year under their belt, and now it's about to just get even crazier.
I think your conference is going to be tough. I'll tell you that. You got to play Baltimore.
It will be tough.
You got to play Baltimore.
Yeah,
that's a tough one.
Yeah, the Steelers almost beat Baltimore last year with Duck Hodges in the game.
That is true. Duck Hodges. I think that team is. Like Pittsburgh is going to show the world that they've made the moves they needed to. They traded for some guarantee first rounders, and hey, you're gonna make some noise in the AFC. It's just you got a lot of competition over there with Kansas City. You got a lot of competition, and then hey, you gotta face that tough NFC at the end of the year. It's going to be interesting.
Only team the Steelers consistently lose to in the playoffs is the
New England Patriots.
Tom Brady and Gronk.
How about
now? So I will let my chin.
How about Cam Newton being the starting QB? Like, that's not a system I would have thought he'd go to. To be fair, that's a pocket passing system. So let's see. That'll be an interesting year.
Pocket passer. A lot of people forget that Cam Newton he's more of a passer than he is a run. He's like a Russell Westbrook. I always want to say Westbrook. Russell Wilson, where he's a quarterback that throws but can run. He's not a quarterback that runs and can throw. That's like a Josh Allen. Josh Allen. Josh Allen got a strong arm, but he's way better at running than he is throwing.
He is ironically. He's a bulldozer when he plays quarterback. It's kind of interesting to see, but you know.
Yeah, because like Russell Wilson and Cam Newton, they basically play the same type of playing style. It's just it looks like Cam might run more because his line is usually above subpar to average,
right?
And he has to run. But the fact that he's in a system where it's he can actually truly throw, and they'll probably mask it more when he runs. That way, when he does run, it's oh shit, probably weren't expecting it. But
right.
I'm expecting good things.
I'm expecting it. I'm expecting this to be a great season. Realistically, from my own team, Philadelphia Eagles, 9-7. I'm gonna be flat out honest with myself because every year I say the Phillies going 12-4 and making it to the Super Bowl. I don't see it. I just don't see it. I'm just gonna be honest about my team. That's a fair judgment. 10-6. I could see that. I think they have a lot of potential. They could go higher than 10-6. So I don't know. But again, I will say I'm Kansas City Chiefs, man. They're dirty. They're a dirty team. They got a lot of teams in that AFC to play through though. It's gonna be interesting to see who actually makes the playoffs in each division, especially with everything that's going on this offseason. So you never know.
Shit, I'm just hoping. Honestly, at this point, I'm just hoping we make it through the whole season. So fingers crossed on that. But
fingers crossed that we get 16 games a year. That's all I want. Yeah. That's all I want. I don't care if there's no fans. Give me football. That's what I want to watch.
Boom. Now we have come time. We got 2 things left. Oh, shout out though.
That's 3 fingers there, bud.
Yeah, we got 2 things left. Here we are. First off, we have our final shed thought coming, brought to you by Anthony. And then, can't forget, we will talk about the winner of our raffle. So, now, Anthony, boom, tell us what you got for us.
Cool. So, for my final shed thought, I'm going to keep it brief, keep it very brief. You know, I sometimes ramble. I'm glad you guys still listen to my rambling. But my final shed thought, you know, like we just talked about, having the NFL season, having things to look forward to. My final shed thought to you guys is be thankful. Be thankful for the life that we are able to live right now. You know, I like we said, we are up here. We're actually quarantined. I'm actually quarantined in my room, whereas Nate's in his basement. You know, we're practicing safe social distancing at the moment. There's things that, you know, in this world that, yeah, it's not fun. Do you think I like sitting in my room all day? No. But I'm thankful. I'm thankful that I'm able to do things. I'm still able to live life. I'm still able to take a grasp on, you know, I'm technology, again, a beautiful thing. I can watch football from my bedroom. I can play video games. Everything I have is in here. But at the same time, yes, I do want to go out and enjoy the outside and hang out with my friends and stuff. But hey, when things happen in the world, you got to take back and take the seat and realize, okay, be thankful for what you have and be thankful that you're alive. That's my final shed thought.
As promised, so our winner for our shoe raffle with a collab with D Wall. So,
thank you, Darius.
First
Appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, thank you, D Wall. And honestly, we just want to say we raised over $200 for this. We really do appreciate everybody that took the time out to enter the raffle, give a little something, whether you just donated like the $1 to enter, where you donated above and beyond. You know, like, we really do appreciate y'all for donating for a good cause, and just be able to kind of help out everybody, helping out D-Wall with his shoe raffles. Just be able to give us another listen, and also be able to doing something good for like a cause that helps others, man. So we really do appreciate y'all. Shoot, even ourselves, me and Anthony, we weren't able to enter in because we didn't want to make it look rigged. One of us won. But
hey, we want you guys to have the shoe.
Yeah,
I don't want it.
Yeah, shit.
I wanted it, but I can't raffle. So yeah.
Yeah, but like, we were able to collab, and we ourselves, we donated to the cause. You know, that way it's just everybody being able to pitch in and be able to give a little something. So again, we want to thank y'all so much, and we know D-Wall thanks y'all. And now to announce the winner.
Drum roll, please.
The raffle is I fucked up. All right, the winner of the raffle is Tommy _Tux. Again,
all right,
Tommy _Tux on IG. Shout out Tommy, man.
Good appreciate stuff, Tommy.
You. Yeah, appreciate
Congratulations.
You. Hopefully you hear this. So this drops. We're dropping today's Monday when you guys hear this. So I mean, I don't know. Give it to you till Saturday or something. Listen in. Hit us up. Come holler at us. Get in touch with D-Wall. That way we can get you your shoes, get you your prize. You know what I'm saying? But that's our winner, Tommy _Tux on IG. Give him a follow because he won and he donated. Good dude, man. So that's really all we got here for season 2, episode 4. Also doing something exclusively. This is a one of one episode that we're calling Talking Shed. That it should be included in our YouTube version. Should air right after this, after we get ready to head out of here. Definitely going to be on our IG. And basically, what Talking Shed is going to be, this is an exclusive behind the scenes of us talking with D-Wall about why he got into the raffles, why he does them, what led to him wanting to do more with the raffles for a cause. So that's going to be on our IG. That's going to be on his IG. So when we post that, we'll let y'all know. And also, too, we're going to post how D-Wall picked the winner. That way you don't think it was rigged, picking it out of a hat, whatever. We're going to post that video with it, too. That'll be on our Instagram and his Instagram. And then, boom, Talking Shed. Tune in. One of one. Coming soon, IGTV. Or on YouTube after this. So, Anthony, tell them where they can find you.
As always, you guys know where to find me. You guys can find me on Twitter, Instagram, at Tony Shed Talk. Nate, kick it back. Where can they find you?
You guys can find me on IG, Nate Monroe 5. You can find me on Twitter, N_Monroe26. And I'll do another mindless plug. Boom, follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Monroe26 is your follow. Turn on notifications. You can use one free Twitch Prime sub. And You can watch me play Madden in the MML, Madden League.
And as always,
like, subscribe.
And as always, episode is brought to you by Jokes on Us. As always.
Yeah. That's another thing too we added. Jokes on Us. The first ad, official ad, will be aired. Should have been aired during this episode. So you probably heard it already. But now it's official. If you didn't hear it already, it's coming next episode. So we got you. But seriously, go follow Jokes on Us. Go get the merch. He drops promos every day, discounts every day. Go check out his shit. New collection coming soon. Stay tuned. And the way to stay tuned is to follow. Whew. So, that's what we got for episode 4. Hopefully next time we'll be in the shed.
We'll be fine.
Know. Yeah, we'll be all right.
We'll be fine. We're coming back. We got a big plan for episode 5, so stay tuned.